The Engler program has been the single most valuable experience in my time at the university.
Honestly, can't even put a value on it.
I knew this was a place for me.
100% the most important thing I've done in college.
I don't want a real job. I want to do flowers and run my own company.
You know, we've got everything from a rapper to a tractor mat guy, a sleazy truck salesman, and down to a ton of production agriculture folks as well.
Just the entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, it's alive and well here at Engler.
My Engler entrepreneurship experience included starting a video and photo production company.
My business is Triple E Equine LLC, and we have a horse motel.
When I joined the Engler program, I had been building a hydroponic tomato business throughout high school. Since that time, I've explored a few other entrepreneurial ventures, real estate, both in the rental property market, as well as flipping a couple properties here in Lincoln.
I am starting my own business with expanding my own cow herd at our family's operation.
I started Kingpin Enterprises my freshman year of college.
Coming into Engler, I had already started Bella Baby Nuts, another recent one, social media management and consulting.
I've gone through a few different projects over the last 4 years, everything from manufacturing to technology and livestock production.
The company I own is mostly wedding floral.
I took my FFA, SAE, or Supervised Agricultural Experience project of meat goats, and then brought that into Engler.
I grew up in a family of entrepreneurs, so when I heard the Engler program, it's something different. They actually do things, they start things. It really caught my attention, and I knew that was something that I'd be interested in.
When I came to college, I really didn't know that I was an entrepreneur.
I knew that I had this desire to build something and to do something probably entrepreneurial.
It really caught my eye because it's just something different. It's not like every other organization on campus.
And I was like, whoa, I need to do this. Like, this is something that I could take my little hobby into something that could actually make me money and support me.
It sounded like something that was right up my alley, entrepreneurship, building business.
Decided to jump in with both feet and see where I could have an impact.
And once I met Dr. Field, it was game over.
I knew that the second I started, I was going to be going full-fledged. So I really joined for that reason, just to get started and take off and quit coming up with excuses of why I was waiting.
The Engler program teaches students how to pull the trigger, launch, and invest in themselves. And that's something that no other program focuses on.
To solve problems in this day and age, you have to be multidisciplinary. And to do that effectively, you have to have an entrepreneurial mindset to pull all of these disparate things together in a unique way to solve problems.
The difference between Engler and other departments, other places here in Lincoln or around the States, I think as a department, as a university piece, is that we're actually starting businesses, that we're getting those boots on the ground, that we're bootstrapping, we're going, and we're making things happen.
This program thinks outside the confines or the box that is part of the normal university experience.
There's no other college program or organization I've seen that you physically start something and you're surrounded by students who are constantly pushing you to be better, and they're doing things themselves, and so you can surround yourselves as part of this community of people that are building something.
We talk about the things that no one else does, and we focus on the areas that no one else is not necessarily willing to talk about, but they don't want to dig deep down in your heart and talk about passion and grit and drive and what really motivates you to get up out of bed in the morning. No one else talks about that stuff.
You don't just have club meetings, like you have rallies that are amping you up to reach your full potential.
There's a call to action with this group. You're building something real.
We're doers, not just talkers. So a lot of programs here talk about things forever, or we sit down and we think about how we would do it, and it's all kind of theory and it's later on. And we, I think in the Engler program, acknowledge that time is not a limitless commodity and that the best time to start is now.
My most valuable experience was spending time with the executive team.
Going on some of the trips, being exposed to big ideas, and being shown that some of these big ideas people are doing and they're working, and you can be successful doing something that everyone else thinks you're crazy for.
I think it's very valuable that we are taught
kind of the ins and outs of a business.
For me, had it not been for Paul Engler's generosity and for Tom Field's mentorship, I would not have had the opportunities that I have had, including running for student body president, including building those other businesses.
I think my aha moment in Engler was attending the Engler board meeting and getting to meet Joe Stone, and that just showed me that this program is really different because your board members are genuinely interested in what you're doing. They're not just there to serve on a board, they're not just there for another line in the resume, and it's the same with the Engler entrepreneurs. We're not just here for a resume builder, we're here to get something done.
I felt like I understood what I was doing. Rather than wondering and kind of questioning everything, I knew what I was doing and knew what I had to do to get it done.
Dr. Field stood up and started to talk, and he made a comment that has still stuck with me, and it's actually a Mark Twain quote, and it's the idea that the two most important days of your life were the day that you were born and the day you found out why.
One of the big things Engler teaches us is about synergy, and that while we all have individual strengths, when you put those people together on a team, the unbelievable happens and you get tremendous success. And there's no doubt this program wouldn't have had its success without the people that make it possible.
I think first and foremost I'd like to thank Paul for making the experience possible. Obviously without his contribution I wouldn't have had this set of amazing experiences and opportunities that I have.
He really had a dream, and I think it's a really beautiful dream that he has, that we're here today, a bunch of students who really are different, and I would say Paul, it wouldn't be possible without him.
And he's certainly set quite the example for every single person in this program as far as sort of what one person can do, the potential of one person.
I think at the core of it, Paul and Tom, each in their respective ways, have really made my college experience possible and made it what it is.
Definitely want to thank Tom. He's been a huge inspiration throughout my whole 4 years.
Tom, Michelle, Dave, being a part of the staff and helping students, I think that they do an amazing job, and I'm truly appreciative of the influence they've had on me.
I'm really thankful for Dave too, who was ready to help me get everything on paper and not be afraid to walk into a bank at 20 years old asking for money to take off and get started.
Definitely Dave Lamb. So thanks for coaching me all these years. It's been great to work with you.
Michelle, of course, too. We all love Michelle. And to have figureheads and models like them, that's really key for the growth and long-term sustainability of a program like this.
So right now we're all building businesses together, and in 10, 15, 20 years, when we're either successful with those businesses or others, I think we'll be able to look around the room or across the state and say, I remember when this person launched that business.